Good afternoon, YouTube. Today we're going to talk about what light I use to keep my camp lit when it's not just a headlamp. Obviously, I am recording out in the backcountry, so just a headlamp isn't going to suffice when I'm trying to get a good recording of myself in low light conditions. I use an iPhone to record, so low light is the absolute enemy for quality. So it's very important that I get a good lighting on myself. Even when I'm in shady, conditions outside in the daytime, this still helps with getting some light on myself for the video. This is not that heavy for what it is. A lot of people bring lights out when they're in the backcountry when it comes to recording, and there's a lot of different options, but this is the one that kind of works for me just because it's a good balance of weight, battery life, and just the brightness. So in its lowest mode, it will actually go all the way to like 60 hours of battery life, which is insane. And most of the time, unless you're in like pitch black conditions, that lowest mode will probably get you through. And even then, if you're not caring about like lighting a really big area, the lowest mode is more than enough. Now, in the highest mode, with all three of its lights lit, it will last about 3 hours. That's not very long, but if you really need some bright light, that's nice. And what's really cool is this is useful for more than just what I'm using it for. I bring this car camping as well as when I bring my pop-up camper as well, and this just works wonderful in those scenarios. I use it as a bug deterrent in the summer when I'm camping in those, and it's great. I turn it on one of like the mid settings so that I can get through 2 nights with it. And I just kind of leave it away from the campsite a little bit, and the bugs just flock to it. They love it. So I imagine this summer when I'm camping with bugs as well, backpacking, I'll probably use it for that too, because I don't know about you, but when I'm in the tent and I start to like get up or get out or get into it, the amount of light that you even produce just from a little headlamp is enough to attract all the bugs straight to you into your tent. So that's not fun. So hopefully that helps with that this year. I'll let you guys know. But let me get this out of the bag. I'll start showing you how it works and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Okay, so this is what it looks like out of the bag. You got the on-off switch underneath here. It's a little hard to switch with this glove, but that's okay. All right, so let me show you how this opens. So this is actually telescoping. I think it's like 60 inches tall. I'll put the exact height somewhere over here, as well as the weight. And what it does is you have 3 separate lights, and you can turn them all on, there you go, individually with the power button, 2, and then 3. And then there's different brightnesses, 3 levels, 1, 2, and 3. I'll go back down. And then there's also different colors. So you can have a white light, the warm light. You can even have a flashlight, which I'll show you here in a second. So here is the warm, another variant of the white light, and this is the flashlight if you were to want to pop it in like this. So that's pretty cool. But most of the time that I'd be using it would be like this, and then for recording specifically, I aim these all one way so I can get a directional light. If I'm aiming it for my campsite, I pull these like this. That way I get a big radius. But a lot of the time, I will just have one light lit because it's more than enough light for what I'm doing. And then if I really need more, I add more. Because this one light on low will last for 60 hours, which is incredible. So to actually pop it out the rest of the way, you simply pull it out like so. And then, to make it even better, it has its own built-in tripod. So you just pop these out like so. And each one of these legs has reflectors on it as well, which is really nice. So if, let's say, your light's off and you're trying to find your camp, my tent also has reflectors on it too. But if for some reason you don't have reflectors on anything, these are really nice when you're walking with your headlamp. These will pick up the light, so that's awesome. But yeah, these will help it stand up like so. And this can light up your campsite or aim them one way and get you a good light for your videos. So this has been a great light. I plan to continue using it all this year through car camping and backpacking. So yeah, this is the Bouge RV telescopic camping light. I love this thing. Have a great day, YouTube.